5:30.
I'm tracking what looks like the snowiest week of the winter so far. See when it's all going to hit and when the worst impacts will be. I've got an update.
Proposed changes could make it easier for people to become foster parents. We're live with how it would help children in need. And a beloved California bishop has been found dead when authorities believe he was murdered. Your news at 5:30 starts right now.
News 9 WAOW. We've got you covered.
We've had fairly mild weather the last week or so, but things could start to get busy this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm nataliesopyla. We want to send it over to meteorologist Tony Schumacher. Tony, what can we expect for this week?
Well, we're going to have multiple waves of snow, and some of this could get rather impressive as the week goes on, so lots to keep.
All right, thank you, Tony. Potential changes to regulations could make it easier for people to become foster parents. News 9's Nick Robinson is live in Wausau with how one organization says this could help fill the need for foster parents across Wisconsin. All right, thank you, Nick. Auxiliary Bishop David O'Connell of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles is being remembered today after he was found dead Saturday afternoon. Sheriff's officials saying his death is being investigated as a homicide. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shaw with the details. Thank you, Zoreen. A former delivery driver has been indicted for capital murder in the death of a 7-year-old Texas girl. Tanner Horner is accused of kidnapping and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand in December 2022. Arrest affidavits show Horner told investigators he killed Strand because he accidentally struck her with his delivery truck and was afraid the girl would tell someone. Horner delivered packages for FedEx but worked for a subcontractor. Police are investigating after a woman fell to her death at Disneyland Saturday night. Anaheim police, fire, and rescue responded to Mickey and Friends parking structure Saturday night. Officers found an adult woman on the ground. She was taken to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police say they're investigating the circumstances around the woman's fall. An outpouring of support for former President Jimmy Carter and his family following news he is now at home receiving hospice care. The Carter Center releasing a statement Saturday saying that after a series of hospital stays, the former president has decided to spend his remaining time at home with his family and receive hospice care instead of additional medical intervention. At Marantha Baptist Church, where Carter taught Sunday school, his legacy honored.
Right now, we're all kind of struck because somebody we love very, very much is not feeling too very well right now. But think of the legacy that he's got.
As all the kind words of support pour in, the family says they are grateful for the concern. A Doctors Without Borders aid convoy of 14 trucks entered northwestern Syria today. The convoy carries over 1,200 tents for families left homeless after the earthquake and 1,200 winter kits to insulate the tents. The organization added that other convoys are planned to follow quickly to deliver medical and non-medical equipment. We're now in the peak period for filing taxes, and the IRS is urging taxpayers to avoid delays around this time. They recommend turning first to online self-help tools to help file and pay taxes and get questions answered. Those can be found on their website, irs.gov. Then when it comes time to file, taxpayers are encouraged to e-file and choose direct deposit to get their refunds as quickly as possible. Twitter is making some security changes. The platform is disabling two-factor authentication by text for non-Twitter Blue subscribers. Twitter says users will have 2 other ways to authenticate their Twitter logins at no cost: an authentication mobile app and a security key. Well, you might soon be paying more money for a used car. Wholesale prices for used cars being sold at auction have risen sharply in the last few weeks. Prices jumped 4% in just the last 2 weeks. And the jump also caught industry insiders by surprise. A shortage of new car inventory helped drive both new and used car prices to record levels earlier last year. And home prices are going up across the country, but there are some areas that are seeing price drops. Single-family median home prices increased 4% in the fourth quarter from a year ago to more than $378,000. But researchers found that a few markets saw double-digit price drops, including Los Angeles, Anaheim, California, and Boulder, Colorado. The family of the Antigo woman stabbed to death by her son are speaking out after Derek Goplin was convicted of first-degree intentional homicide. Susan Reese's niece and sister telling News 9 the trial brought them back to one of the worst times of their life, but they're thankful for the outcome. The entire situation surreal.
That stuff doesn't happen in real life, you know what I mean? Like it's on TV, but it took a while to absorb what was happening, and we didn't really have a lot of answers at first. We didn't know a whole lot, so it was terrifying, really.
News 9's Brittany Slaughter sat down with the family for an exclusive interview you'll only see right here Monday on News 9 at 10. An area high school is taking part in a national event to celebrate America's farmers. February 18th through the 25th is National Future Farmers of America Week, and the FFA chapter at DC Everest is one of many chapters taking part. FFA teacher John Glynn saying it's important to bring up the next generation of leaders in the agriculture industry.
We have such a small percentage of our population that lives and works on a farm. It's less than 2%. It's super important that the students that have an interest in this field are well trained to be good leaders and well spoken.
The program at DC Everest grows its own lettuce for the school's cafeteria, and Glynn says that it's one of many ways his students can be the future of farming. Coming up this weekend is one of the biggest weekends for retail sales. With inflation still in the picture, we'll tell you which ones could be worthwhile when News 9 returns.